Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and Dustin Bishop with us today. RC will come in a little bit later, but what's going on, guys?
Good. Happy Memorial Day.
Yes, happy Memorial Day. How did y'all spend y'all day today?
Feet kicked in there, little apex here and there.
Right.
Pretty much.
Same here. Just chilling around the house, man. Wasn't doing too much playing video games. I hope my fallout will grill, but yeah, that didn't happen. What about you, Mr. Navy officer? Used to be Navy officer. How you doing today, man?
No, I was straight.
You straight?
Hey, relaxing, man. Doing a little studying, man, and chilling, man. Watched a little of the ESPN. Got the Minnesota gave that game away. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get to that. We definitely gotta get to that. But today we lost a legend, Bill Walton. He died earlier today. So prayers up to his family, Luke Walton and everybody else in that family. A lot of people don't speak on him because he was way back in the day, but he was a great player, Hall of Fame player, great personality. I just love him commentating games and everything. He just made everything so much interesting. So, man, that's a huge loss. Right, man. So today, yesterday the Mavs and the Timberwolves played yesterday. The score was 116 to 107. Kyrie and Luka combined for 66 points. Woo! Too hot to handle. That's the name of the title of this episode. Mavs too hot to handle. My goodness. All right. It's bad when Luka come over there, bend over with you, and whisper a little something sweet little something in your ear.
They were having too much fun with that, man.
I know, too much fun. It's over when Luka's done that. And just stand straight ahead. He don't have nothing to say and nothing like that. So Flowers, man, what were your reaction to this game? The Mavs taking it over.
Honestly, I thought Minnesota might would have stole one, but it's not looking that way. I'm leaning towards calling the sweep tomorrow night or Wednesday night, whenever they play next. Pretty much, it's nothing that Minnesota's doing because they've been in every game. All right, they've had leads, they've had big leads, but when you have somebody like Kyrie and Luka that can close it, Kyrie's been the leading scorer in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. That's humongous. I just think it comes down to, if the game is close in those last 5 minutes, Minnesota's at a disadvantage because, for one, they really only have one person that can really just get his shot anytime he wants to. And Ant-Man, Karl Anthony Towns, big disappointment. I'm quite sure we'll get into that, but he can't keep settling for all these 23, 24-foot jumpers, man. It's ridiculous. He should be looking for mismatches. They should be running things with him, running pick and roll so he can get a mismatch, get on the block, and take care of these small defenders. He had a lot of success with that last series, and I don't understand why he's going away from it. I just think they're settling too much. they really haven't had a team like Dallas pressure them defensively like they've been being pressured. So everything is not, what it seems to be with them as far as what they seen the first 2 rounds. We just have to give Dallas a lot of credit, man. Jason Kidd, that bench, they're doing a great job of coaching, and the depth that they have as far as Gafford and Lively got hurt. He won't play game 4, but for Gafford to come in and play better than $200 million man, in my opinion, because the things Gafford do, that's what Rudy needs to do. He doesn't do it, but I'm quite sure we'll get into that. But that was a great win by Dallas, man. They got 2 closers, man. You got 2 people that you can put the ball in their hands, and they can dance with you. They can do whatever they want to do. And Minnesota doesn't have that, and that's been the clear advantage.
Yes, indeed. Dustin, what were your reaction to Luka and Kyrie performance against the Minnesota?
And just another great performance by Luka and Kyrie. I really wasn't surprised at what they brought. I thought that during that first half, Dallas took a lot of threes and self-shot. And I thought it was really Minnesota's game to steal. If there would have been any game to steal, I feel like it would have been that one.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like when Lively went out, that was Cat's time to go down to the block and take advantage of him being out the game. But he didn't. He kept taking the three. And I mean, I get, if you're open, you take. But I mean, he was forcing threes, and the type of three, and the misses, they weren't even close. They weren't even at some point you gotta say, hey, I'm off tonight. Let me get to the basket. I'm 7 feet tall, but I mean, he was just shooting, and even that. Probably my biggest disappointment. I think there was maybe 2-3 minutes left. The game was still, I think, maybe 1 possession game, and he took a step. He had a drive, took a step back, took a three. Dallas gets the ball, and then to me, that's when the momentum just totally shifted Dallas's way. So yeah, I say the biggest disappointment is Cat, but also Anthony Edwards, man. I get they're double teaming you, but I mean that's part of being the guy. But you still have to be aggressive, and he was a little bit more aggressive last game. I like when he went on that little 8-point scoring run. I think he needs some more of that. But yeah, for them to win, him and Cat got to be able to at least somewhat match what Luka and Kyrie are doing. Because if it comes down to the end of the game, because they've been close, Dallas hasn't just ran away with it.
No.
Every game has been a closeout game. But if it comes down to that, then I mean, I'm gonna go with Luka and Kyrie every single time. And shout out to Rudy Gobert. He finally got a stop on Kyrie last night.
That's 1 out of 10.
You're being generous with 10.
I know I'm being generous with that. My thing with Minnesota too, man. When they went on that run, that when they should have kept pressuring them. They went away from attack mode and they start having costly turnovers, and they start having defensive lapses, breakdowns, bad.
That's another one more thing.
Yeah,
he needs to play Naz Reid more. He needs to play. Naz Reid probably been a most consistent offensive player, first of all, and then on the defensive end, don't get me wrong, Luka still scored, but I mean, Naz Reid, he actually do a pretty decent job on Luka.
Yeah,
making them work, and then even I know probably in that second, third quarter, Luka took some long threes out of exhaustion from trying to score so much. So I think
and like I said, the Timberwolves had some defensive breakdowns. Man, they left a lot of guys open for threes. They left a lot of backdoor passes available for the Mavericks, and they took advantage of it. And like I was saying, when they went on the run, I feel like they should have kept pushing the ball up court. I feel like they had the Mavs reeling. Mavs had a couple of turnovers during that little sequence, and you can tell that. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you brought up a good point, and I'm sorry to stop you, but And when you think about the personnel that Minnesota has, other than Ant-Man, who can push the ball up? Nobody. Who can create tempo? Because they play a lot of half-court sets. They don't get in transition and get a lot of buckets. It's a lot of half-court stuff with Minnesota. So they need more consistent scoring from Cat. I mean that's who's their help. If it's up to me, I'm trading one of those big guys and trying to get me some depth and some scoring. Because this is a scoring league. It's great to see that they're a great defensive team, but in situations like this, if you can't match, what that duo is doing, you kind of stranding yourself.
You're right. And like you said, the train one big man going smaller, I feel like you can have a big man on the bench just in case you might come across the Nuggets or something like that. But they stop pushing the ball. That's when they want to run, when they were creating no turnovers and pushing the ball up court. That's when they run that run. They're hitting their shots and putting pressure on Dallas. And they should have kept they slowed it down. I don't know why. They just like, okay, like you said, they went to the half court game, and that's when they'll start messing up. But shout out to the Mavericks for sticking in there, man. They fought back. Kyrie hit some big time shots to get them back in the game. I mean, I understand trying to double team Kyrie, but man, they got too many people that can shoot it and that can cut. If you know how to backdoor and slash the goal, that's dangerous. So I ain't really agree with double team Kyrie up top. I mean, it just left to me options for him to pass the ball off. He too good of a ball handler and passer to try to trap half court, man. If you're gonna pressure Kyrie, just do it all the way up the court. I mean, there's really no point of trying to trap him in the corner because he's just gonna find an open guy regardless. Muscle Known said the Mavs are so dangerous in the fourth. A lot of people talking about Timberwolves defense, but me personally, I think the offense been the most problem. Can't go over a long period of time not scoring.
That's my thing.
He's correct. Yeah. Yep. And we brought it up in the chat that Ant-Man got tired guarding the work, man. Yeah. What did you say? Dusty said it can't be keep eating no cheeseburgers and going to McDonald's.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's 22. I mean, he got some time, but yeah, it's like now that they actually have a good team that can actually be in title contention, and he probably gonna play a longer season. I don't think Minnesota going anywhere. I don't think they're going anywhere. No. I think he got to get with his vet Mike Conley. I think Mike Conley gonna talk to him and get his diet right, because I mean you can't put cheap gas in a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah,
hey,
get that right.
Ain't man, if you want to talk to anybody about putting cheap gas in a tank, talk to that man Dustin. he put 2 chili dogs and 3 chocolate chip cookies in and hot chocolate in before a game.
What you gotta do sometimes.
And that backfired.
That school was, man. They made them big chocolate chip cookies, man, right fresh out the oven, man. I had to, man.
Hey, Flower wasn't so funny. He came back with all this food sitting next to me. I don't eat anything from there. I can't. I drink water. I might eat some fruit, but I was sitting there. I seen him too, and I said, "Man, you gonna pay for that? You gonna pay for that?" So we hit the court. And sure enough, we in warm ups. Like, man, I gotta go.
Man, it's a bad feeling. I'm putting in the chat. So I don't get being in trouble. I'm putting in the chat. I gotta tell y'all a story. I'm putting in the chat.
Oh man,
let us know about it later.
Ben, shout out to Mr. May.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on now.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell us about this. Come on, man. He trying to get you to stop.
Hey, come on, man. See, right. I'm glad you made it from South Beach.
From what, bro?
South Beach.
I'm glad you made it from South Beach to get just in time for the show.
What you talking about, man?
But anyway, so man, yeah, Cap performance. He went 0 for 7 from 3. Is that right?
0 for 7, 1 for 8, something like that. It was terrible. That I do know.
Some bad
threes he took. Yeah, they should have counted.
He was 0 from 8 from 3, 5 from 18 from the field.
Terrible.
14 points. So you're right. What do Cat have to do to get back on on the road on the trail to putting together a better performance than that.
I think you're gonna have bad shooting nights. I wish he wouldn't play so much on the perimeter with him being 7 foot, but he really don't have a choice with Gobert in the game. But the main thing with him for me is to stop fouling. He gets the dumbest fouls I've ever seen. I think he had 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting yourself in foul trouble. That's limiting yourself in the game.
He's gonna hit one of these like, bro.
You know what you did.
Yeah,
you
so
know
like
what you did.
Then like that's kind of putting the coach in the bind because now he gotta change your minutes. Now you can't get in the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just a snowball effect.
Flowers is Cat the key to the series, you think?
Man, he's been the key. He was my X factor last series, and it carried over, and it's showing because they look. McDaniels is great. He's doing he's doing more than his role is being required. McDaniels is great. He needs a bigger role, but Cat, you're paying all these guys like I was talking in the chat last night. $200 million guys on the bench in clutch moments. They get in, they can't do anything. You paying Karl-Anthony Towns, to go 0 for 8 behind 3-point line. And, like I said, the last series, they did a great job late. And that's how they won the series was letting him attack, getting the mismatch on him. He posted them up in the block and getting easy buckets. I don't have a problem. I don't want people to think that I have a problem with big men shooting the ball. I want big men to shoot the ball. I just want it to be, on a consistent clip. When Cat was 0 for 4, 0 for 5 from the 3-point line, his mentality should have changed to, I need to get a bucket. I need to get a bucket. Well, because we've seen him with Ant-Man. Ant-Man was struggling, and then he cut it on. He started creating. He started getting everybody involved, and that started opening up things for him. I just need Cat to be – I just need him to put his big boy pants on, put his boots on. You got to go step in some shit. You got to get dirty, man, because that's what it's going to take. You can't have Gafford and Derek Lively outplaying you, especially Lively with him being a rookie. I would think, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm thinking out loud, I know Lively's not going to play, but like early in the game, why not see if you can get Karl-Anthony Towns one-on-one with Lively? Isolate him and, let him work. Something like that, because Cat just cannot continue to settle from 24 feet, especially if he's not hitting it. Something has to be done. They need some consistency. They need a guy that's going to get them a consistent 20. If Cat can't do that, you trade his ass.
Yeah. I think, and the thing about it, because Kyrie and Luka getting 60 either way.
Yes.
I don't care. One get 40 and one get 20. One might get 60 and other get both of them. They gonna get 60 between them either way. I don't think the Timberwolves can match that.
Exactly. And they got shut down. They can't have Kyrie doing Lob City on them a couple of times in the game. That what got them back in it. They felt the energy surge, man.
Hey, man,
yeah, it's a bad matchup, bro. They are unguardable.
Yeah.
They really wasted the end when Edwards got that dunk. That was the Timberwolves' only chance in that game.
Yes.
Mental swing, right?
And
there goes that man. I felt it. I was like, dang, that's it right there. That's what they need. They need a explosive play to get him back. And all of a sudden, it just seemed like they didn't do nothing with it. The crowd, I felt like the crowd was unsure to cheer or what. How they were going through emotion the whole game.
And before that, what Ant got Lively. Was it Lively he dunked on? Who he dunked on? Or Gafford?
I think it was Gafford.
Who dunked on Gobert in the beginning? Was it Lively?
It was Gafford.
It was Gafford. Okay, yes, it was Gafford.
Oh.
See, he did Gobert a favor by getting the payback for him on that. I need Gobert and Towns to give me something. I need him to give me something. You can't be making $200 million a year. You're the defensive player of the year, and you don't even have 10 rebounds. Where are your blocks at? I'm seeing Gafford with 3-4 blocks. I'm seeing guys getting paid less than you, being more productive and making an impact. So that, like I was saying in the chat last night, what's the point of me paying you $200 million if you can't give me something? I understand you might not be, polished as a lot of people offensively. It's the West. That's cool. But if your thing is defense, let it be. Give your effort on defense. I just feel like Gobert's. I understand he's long, 7 foot. I just feel like he's too flimsy. He doesn't have the feet like Gafford or Lively, to be able to space out, move his feet. I feel like it could be better. If I'm gonna pay you $200 million, give me 120% effort on that one end of the ball.
To be defensive player of the year, he sure do got bad footwork. Man. Terrible footwork while on the perimeter.
Y'all see, I don't know if y'all saw it. There's a clip. It's somebody said, like, man, imagine being the defensive player of the year and you the 12th man coming off the bench and Luka just tell you to go ahead and take Rudy.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't even know. That was some dude.
It was Daniel.
I don't know who that dude was.
Yeah,
that might have been me and you.
Luka said,
yeah, he Luka weighed them all like, bro, no.
Nah, you got it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that to me, Goodbird
he's
disrespectful.
He's elite in his role. I think that's why he's getting these defensive player of the year. He's a kind of old school rim protector kind of guy.
That shit ain't
you should be averaging.
Yeah, but the league is getting away from that. Like now, it's biting them in the tail.
But you know what, T?
He ain't been doing this role this series.
Wemby,
did he have any blocks last game?
No, I don't think so.
But he's been getting cooked on the perimeter.
The evolution is somebody like Wemby and Chet that can shoot but can also defend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking Rudy. I mean, I seen. I'm trying to give y'all a great example. Steven Adams. This is a great example. Before Steven Adams got hurt, before he got traded to New Orleans when he was with the Thunder, look, they would just give Steven Adams the ball, first play of the game, and he just had just a genuine touch from, let's say, about 8 to 10 feet away from the goal. Man, they just give it to him. He bags somebody down, turn around, he'll throw that thing up, it's right through the net. I don't understand why Gobert can't have some. I mean, we've seen Gobert shoot mid-range jump shot. I mean, he hit a damn turnaround jumper on Jokic. I mean, I guess that was just
like the luggage.
It was just meant for them to win it, but
you gotta provide. So you gotta bring something just besides defense.
Yeah. Like he make my stomach work with the post.
I saw him do it like a Euro step thing, and it just made my soul just.
Yeah. It's like, what do you work on? You just doing defensive slides in the offseason?
Well, the Minnesota problem is too, though, they can't just keep switching, man. I mean, they're gonna take that. They're gonna take that every time. I'd rather them fight over the picks, and
they did a better job because the one thing you're right, and they did do that yesterday. They did not let Gobert, take the man on the switch. They fought over the pick and just stayed with it, and Gobert dropped down, as they should have been doing.
Most unknown said, what do y'all think Ant needs to do differently? He ain't been the same since the Denver series. Yeah, he's having a struggle. He's struggling right now from perimeter.
Like his confidence gone a little bit because he not that mid-range he liked to go to. He hadn't really been going to it all that much. I think he's tired, and I think his confidence gone a little bit, but
who can take the pressure off of him?
I think he'll be all right, though. Like
nobody.
Who can take the pressure off of
him? Nobody. It's supposed to be Cat, but
Cat what they're doing
because
something else.
Cat really supposed to be doing what Nas Reed doing.
Yeah. Dustin,
my thing is,
Tyler or being hand down, shit. I'm gonna stick my hand out to give y'all a hand up, and Ant don't got it. He don't have it right now. He's had to exert himself so much, having to guard Kyrie, Luka a little bit. Just Dallas has the perfect team. If Minnesota would play somebody else other than Dallas, they probably win this series. Dallas has a great team. They got Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, Gafford, Lively, Luka, Kyrie. It's so much. If you just honestly think about it and you just look at Minnesota's roster, they can't bang with them. It is what it is.
Would you just tell Ant not to worry about Kyrie and just try to maybe focus on the Luka and Ant matchup more than
if it was me, it needs to be spot work. Somebody else needs to exert themselves guarding them because they need to score because they get in slumps that they're not scoring in particular spots. And like I say, when the games are close, like I say, Minnesota, they've had 18-point leads, 20-point leads, They get walked down, and once they get walked down, like I said, you got Karl Anthony Towns. He's acting like his name. It's not working.
Well, who was that? They went 4 minutes without scoring in the fourth. It was like late in the fourth.
That was
Was
Minnesota.
it,
The team. That was Minnesota's team. Like,
they went 4 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes. The last 6 minutes of the game, about 4.5 minutes of that, they didn't score.
It's really like playing 4-on-5 though, because Rudy is giving you nothing offensively. He just in the corner. You can't put him in the corner because then
that allows you to double team. That allows you to double team. Stag off.
So he's sitting at the rim. He's sitting at the rim, and now that just puts one of their defenders at the rim that's one more person you got to go through. So you got to really be out there shooting jumpers, and they don't have shooters like that.
Yeah, that was defensive scheme. It's great, especially like you said with Rudy in the game, because that allows them to double team every single time. And then they letting Cat shoot threes at this point, so
they had to prove it to him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna lose either way, but I think he definitely needs to play Naz Reid more.
Well, Ant came out and said that if y'all think they out of it, y'all crazy. That's basically what he said. He's a respectable thing to say.
He's respect, and he was, man, to his credit, he was picking up Jamal Murray 94 feet.
Yes,
7 games. And like Jamal Murray, like he not Kyrie, but he ain't no scrub. He not scrub either. So it's still something to be said about that.
Right. So do y'all give him one game or is it a gentleman's sweep?
Yeah, I might as well call it, man.
It's looking like a sweep to me.
Hey, I can see Tyler on the bench. He's like, man, let's go ahead and pack up, fellas. Let's go ahead and throw it. I feel like they might get one. How this series been going, they've been in these games. They just been blowing it at the end. They just haven't been putting it together.
The only way they beat Dallas is they beat them by more than 5.
Cat got
That's gonna beat them.
And Cat got to put some more than 14. Cat at least got to go for 25, 26.
They did. They definitely did.
Hey, he can do it. He can do it.
Give them more, they win the game.
Right.
That's gonna be a hard 25.
Cat can do it, but also y'all brought up the point where Cat just selling. Yeah, Kai, we saw in the Derby series, he would take advantages of the mismatches. He was taking them down to the post. He was a different person.
They
you can draw it up.
They're doing a hell of a job coaching this series because Minnesota can get some switches for Cat and get them on smaller. Whether it's Derrick Jones, this is a 7-foot guy. Derrick Jones Jr., whoever is on the floor, they need to try to find mismatches for this guy. But like we say, if Gobert's on the floor, the spacing is a little, so Karl Anthony Towns is entitled to, stay 15 and out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, this might be a hot take. I think Cat is he's a really elite talent. I think he has like top 5 player potential in the league. Honestly.
He got the potential.
He got the potential.
He got the potential, but I don't know what he was thinking, saying he the best shooting big man ever.
Oh no, I don't know where he got
3-point contest.
You talking about I don't know. I don't know. Dirk. I don't know.
He can't outshoot Dirk right now.
I know that's right.
I don't know what man. I don't know what.
Rasheed Wallace might get him a run.
For real. I don't know what he was on last night talking about. He put up 1,500 shots. Playoff game.
Right, that called cap. That's a lie.
I thought
you're not playing like that. You're not playing like that.
Honestly,
shut up.
15.
Right. Like, why you even say that? Like, you 0 from 8, so clearly it don't matter if you put up 1,500 shots. If you 0 from 8, that means you doing it backwards. You need to
do
take
some
less
post
shots.
moves or something. Go practice.
Go do some post moves. Thank you, T. Right?
1,500 drops. How about that?
All right. Go watch some film. Go watch some tape or something. So I'll give y'all a score update. The Celtics are beating the Pacers 46-44. Dustin, you think the Pacers can still win? At least one?
Maybe. That series over. I mean, at this point, the Celtics, I mean, it might as well be getting ready to be the how Shannon Sharp put it, the bridesmaid again.
Yeah, because they're not looking good. They had the chances, but
they
that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. But we talked about in the group chat how easy this. What you say?
They should be running off with Indiana. Like
that's my problem.
Talent wise, this shouldn't even be like Indiana shouldn't even be competing with them.
I agree.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to say we brought it up in group chat where we said the Celtics been having it easy. You know, they've been playing against hurt teams. Flowers, you agree that this whole playoff series have been favorable to them?
Yeah, it's been favorable to them, but in my opinion, a great team take advantage of things like this and they dominate teams like this. They don't have their best player in Halliburton. I understand they got Siakam, they're 9 deep without Halliburton. You have to step on the neck of teams like this if you're the ball. You cannot be 14, 15 games, past who's ever in second place in the East, and you're having showings like this. They're going to win, but is it satisfying? That's what it comes down, in my opinion, to me. Like, what is Missoula telling these guys? Like, work hard. I mean, I look at him. I look at Missoula's body language. He doesn't give me enough, in my opinion. I just look at him. I see a stoic. He tries to be this stoic, hard, tough guy. I don't know what it is about Missoula, man. I feel like they've always settled for too many 3-point jump shots. I understand the 3 is a big thing, but Jason Tatum's having his way in this series, but they need to be aggressive and attack more. They shot 46 threes in game 3. They were 16 for 46. Man, you need to take about 16 threes less.
Yeah, well, we saw Al Horford went 7 from 7, was it, from 3? So that would help really gave him the boost over the Pacers that really just took advantage of them.
He hit 7 of the 46 threes.
Yeah. And they made 16? So he made half the threes they took. That's insane.
And that was all in game 3. Yeah, that was 7 threes. He hit 7 threes in game 3.
So, but my thing with their top, I don't think their roster is built for that. I could see if you were like the Rockets when they had James Harden, like they shoot a lot of things. They built for that. But the Celtics aren't.
No,
they ain't got no. Yeah, right.
Well, I knew the Pacers was done when I saw Drew Holiday manhandling Turner a couple of times, Miles Turner in the paint. I like, yeah, that's a wrap.
Drew's been great this series.
Yeah, he has been. He has. So we're gonna see how good the Celtics really are when they play against either Dallas or Minnesota. I ain't right now Minnesota just yet. I know a lot of people's like, yeah, it's gonna be Mavericks versus Celtics, but I'm gonna give Minnesota a chance.
Let me tell you something, bro. Boston versus the Mavs.
I ain't gonna write them off just yet. So, but it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a good finals.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a really good one.
I would hope so.
I think so because that the Celtics can switch everything on Luka and Kyrie. They got a lot of perimeter defenders.
That's true.
All right, let's go on to another topic, shall we? Oh yeah, if y'all new to the show, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We really appreciate that. And share with your family and friends. All right, Bronny. Man, this dude, it just won't go away. It just won't go away, man. Like a bad fungus, bro.
Like a bad what?
Bad fungus. All right. Rich Paul said, I'm not going to sit here and punish a dad for being excited about his son because for many years, the black fathers was portrayed as absent and he was portrayed as a non-supportive. To your right. He pulled a black card.
He did. He did.
When all fails,
hey,
you pulled a black card, you just went
media,
on that.
That's media training right there. That's media training right there. He ain't lie though.
What? You can't put a black card with a top celebrity like that with
Yeah,
Africa.
you can. What? You
No,
can.
you can't. No, you can't. No,
Look, bro.
not there. We're not there
Look.
with kind of status. Not with that kind of status.
Look, man.
I feel
We
it,
look
bro.
at him sideways if he didn't, though.
Yeah. So it's like
I agree with him. I mean, look, if Bronny getting the NBA off of nepotism, so be it. I mean, let's be honest. Like Donald Trump, nepotism. Like,
Right.
it's like the country built off that. The Rockefellers, the dude, people who own Walmart. Like, it's built off of nepotism. So, like, if he getting off of nepotism, like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, other races do it. Like, let him do it. Let him have it. Like, if he good enough to be in the NBA, he'll stay in the NBA. If he's not,
I agree.
I mean, after his
stay
dad
him out.
retires, he'll probably be, overseas or whatever. But I mean, let him. At least he got in there.
But let's not act like we just accept nepotism. We all look down upon it.
I mean, some people don't. I don't look down upon it necessarily.
Yeah. Look, T-Right, you always had that popular kid that getting all the playing time, all because of that one player on the Booster Club. People talk about that, like, man, you only getting this opportunity because of so and so and all this. So people always gonna talk
to
about
that point.
people
But to
getting
that point,
opportunities
man,
like
how
that.
many times has there been a black kid?
Right.
It's not. We've never gotten many chances to be that kid who parent donating $500,000 to the Booster Club so that their kid can play. So that's the main reason I don't have a problem with it, because we finally getting a chance to do that, and this is well deserved.
Well deserved for Bronny.
Like, if I was Bronny, I wouldn't want it that way, but
I don't think it's well deserved because he didn't earn anything, so nothing is well deserved.
how you gonna say he didn't earn anything?
He didn't earn that spot. He did not earn the right to.
He didn't earn it. I mean,
He didn't earn. He said what you said. Well deserved. Well deserved implied that he fought his way through the trenches, competing against top talent to get.
He kind of has.
No.
Granted, he's not.
I think well deserved the wrong word. He probably
Yeah.
still from somebody who has some more talent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And,
Yeah, but I get that. But like this whole time, he ain't done nothing but keep his head down and hoop. I respect it.
All right.
Yeah.
If Bron gives him,
That's why I have a problem. I don't have a problem with Bronny per se. I have a problem with LeBron.
Now, if anybody should have a problem with it, it should be Marcus Jordan, because Marcus Jordan
didn't get none of that. Because Jordan, man, because I feel like Jordan. Think about it, guys. Think about this. What did Jordan just give people opportunity? He gave teammates a hard time. So you think he'll really go open the door for his son to just walk into the NBA? No, he gonna make him earn that stripe.
Man, but and I'm not a dad, I can't speak, but I can imagine if you're a dad, you just want the best for your son. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he might be going about it, maybe in a questionable way, but like he just want to see his son make the league.
But for me as a dad, I would say I just don't like giving them for sports. I'm talking about sports matters. If my son is on a team I'm coaching, I feel like another kid is better, I'm gonna play the better kid. I mean, that's just plain simple. I'm always about putting the best product on the field. And my son, he's lacking. Guess what I'm telling him? He outdoing you. So guess what that means? You need to get to work. Nothing's handed to you. Some things are handed to you, like depending on who your family is. But most time, you feel a lot better about yourself when you get down there, put in the work, put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
That's
you
what
feel a lot better about yourself as a man.
That's what he's doing.
You earn that.
A lot of this is unfair because the kid had a heart condition. We didn't see the real Bronny. I mean, I know he's 6'1". I know he's not his father's size, and we're not expecting him to be his father. But me as a father, and if I was LeBron James, I would do every damn thing in my power to get my son to the damn league too.
Thank you.
Especially with his stature, because us as black men, I gotta go with Rich Paul on this. Us as black men, we grew up down here in the Bible Belt in Mississippi, and we've seen it our whole lives. I've seen people graduate school with a job lined up for them because their father knew somebody. Or look, the job I work at now, I've seen people get hired off of because their family's this and that. I've seen it. I've lived it. So I can't sit up here and knock LeBron James for trying to do something for his son. I can't do it. And I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but we've been behind the 8 ball on this. We haven't had these opportunities. So if LeBron wants to shine a light on that and get them in, I'm cool with it. But what LeBron fucked up at is when he sat his ass in that locker room and said, well, my son can play. He play right now in the league, because you're disrespecting who's in the league now. And that put that light on him right there. If LeBron just would have kept it G, and coast his way on through the season without trying to put something on Bronny. Obviously, he wasn't ready. A lot of this is LeBron's fault, but hey, this is him trying to get his son in. But we wouldn't be having these discussions if LeBron wouldn't have said what he said in that locker room, back in December. We wouldn't be having these discussions. The process will play itself out. We won't be making these comparisons because that's where it comes from. When people get to hearing that and he had 7 points and that's where all that comes from. So it's a yin and yang with it. But at the end of the day, not Bron for trying to get his son somewhere.
Yeah, I understand about legacy, trying to better your family and everything. And but I just feel like I said, LeBron went about the wrong way. Like, you don't have to say all that, just be real. Like, we know that you trying to get your son there. We know this. Like, so you don't gotta lie about it. Act like we stupid. Like, we don't know anything. But
that's the only problem I have with like people trying to say, like, if it's nepotism, I'm fine with that. Like, whatever. But stop trying to sell me that Bronny like this like stop trying to trying to go bad to sell.
You know how people be with their kids, man. LeVar did the same thing.
I think we'll all agree that ESPN and people like that are playing a part in pissing us off about the coverage, as far as Bronny, as far as, well, he should be this and that, they're softening the blow. This is the media just softening the blow for Bronny because you're hearing talks as far as, well, he might be a first round pick. He's better. He got this and that, I've always been a person that I want to hear what you can do good and not the bad. We hear too much of that. It's too much of people telling us what we can't do, so let's see where this goes. Like, I would be shocked if he wasn't a Laker, whether that's the second round or what. The draft will determine. Like, I know we got the report. I'm quite sure we'll probably talk about it. The report of LeBron being a free agent from Rich Paul.
Yeah.
We can
go ahead and discuss it.
Yeah, let's go and get into that so I can talk about it. Because
the reports about him testing the waters, whatever. And I kind of knew that when he started showing up in Cleveland games, that means he was sightseeing. Like, to me, it feel like he's window shopping already. Like, when he's showing up to that game and trying to figure out maybe I need to jump ship and go other places, and if he do, he definitely make it more easier on his son instead of being in LA in the bright spot with media 24/7 like that.
LA is probably one of the fewest places LeBron can be and be a normal person because there's so much going on. I don't know if he wants to leave LA. I mean, I'm quite sure if he did, I can see the Cleveland thing because they'll accommodate, for LeBron. Dan Gilbert can talk all that shit all he wants to, this and that. But if LeBron wanted to come back, he'd be open arms. Hell, you see they had a bottle of wine for him, waters in the front row seats for him in a playoff game. So they'll accommodate for him. But I just, at this stage in LeBron's career, I think it'll tell us a lot about him as far as what is he doing? Why is he still playing? Because if it's for championships, he's not staying with the Lakers. If I was LeBron, I'd take my ass back to the East because that's the only way I'm gonna end up in the Eastern. I mean, in a conference finals. If I'm in the East, because the West, man, you're not gonna push anything in the West. So if he stays with the Lakers, it's because he just wants to be in LA. They're catering to him. Him going to Cleveland, like it's all methodical with LeBron James. Everything is planned out. He is a very coordinated person. So he was there for a reason. Whether it's sending a message to the Lakers as far as his supply and demand, because the draft is 2 or 3 days before LeBron can opt in, opt out of his player option. So the Lakers have a chance you can sign them. Well, I said whoever drafts the kid, I feel like they have a legitimate chance with LeBron James. I still feel that way. He can sit up here and say no. Him and Bronny can sit up here and say no. I don't want to play on my dad. I don't have to. LeBron can sit up here and say, well, it's not really the biggest thing. Well, shit, man, it's been the biggest thing for the longest with you. So now it's not. Like we have very great memories. That's what Ben says. Don't try to trick us because we know.
And just be straight up with us. Because you're going to get flack either way. So you might as well just going to be truthful. See, right. So what do you think LeBron should do in the offseason? Stay in LA, go to the East?
I think he should just stay in LA. Like at this point, I don't. Maybe he is chasing finals, but at this point, like RC always say, he's proven. He's arguably the GOAT. Like you're not getting another ring. Even if you go to the East, it's not a guarantee because then you still got to go through the Nuggets and all that. And what team in the East is beating any team in the West with him on there? I can't see one.
So my thing,
we have a discussion about that.
Yeah, my thing with the
Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks.
Yeah.
T. Wright, when you talk about he'll have nothing else to prove, in his mind he does. That's the whole.
That's true. I can see it.
Campaigning for it. To him, that's why he went to LA to try to win more ships. Then here come his son. Oh, I'm now gonna be the first after player to play with my son. It's all about campaigning and putting his name at the very top to make sure that his name is etched in the greatest of all time. I mean, that's his old mindset. He want to be undisputed. He wants to be undisputed. He don't want. That's what he really wants. He'll never hear it. Every time somebody mentions LeBron, they're gonna mention Jordan. So he getting tired on whispers of everybody talking about Jordan. What you say, Flowers?
Let me give a T. Wright example real quick. I'm just giving an example. Let's say, like you say, if this is a legacy thing, LeBron moved again. This would be his. Let's say if he got to the Eastern Conference Finals, or he went to another Western team and got to the Western or the Finals. This is the fourth franchise he would do. Let's say if it was New York, like the fandom alone would put him over in the GOAT conversation if he got New York, the Knicks, to the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals. Those fans alone would put his stardom over because he'd be idolized in such a way. Something like New York is that city, just that they need that one person to put them over, and they will never have to worry about feeding themselves ever again because everything will be free in New York.
I could definitely see New York. He'd be king of New York. Most unknown says it seems like LBJ wants a 3-year contract. Not saying he should take crumbs, but if he truly wants to win, he needs to take a small contract.
He ain't gonna take one. He said it. He said it. I'll never not take the max dollar. Well, you don't want to win.
You're right. Well, Dustin, what you think LeBron should do in the offseason?
I mean, I agree. If he wants to win and to extend this pointless "I'm better than Jordan" parade,
pointless.
I think he should take this, go to a team that's better built for him to win on. But I don't think he'll do that. I don't know. I have a feeling he's gonna stay in LA just because I think is Bryce, is he still at that school in LA?
Yeah, that Sierra
Canyon.
Yeah, Sierra Canyon. I think so.
Yeah. So I can see him staying in LA. And then I think Savannah, she's got that podcast she's doing in LA as well.
Podcast.
So yeah, I see him sticking in LA, but of course, one thing I give LeBron a ton of credit for in his career is that instead of having like a parasitic entourage like an Allen Iverson, like he took his entourage and got them, jobs to be able to, run things for him so that they can, build an empire, which is exactly done. So he's very calculated, and whatever he does is going to be, he's going to get what he wants more likely. So, but
yeah,
whatever he do.
I was gonna ask RC the question, but he stepped out for a minute. RC, what LeBron should do in the offseason?
Oh, I'm coming in guns blazing, truthfully, man, I think he need to go back to Cleveland. I think he needs to go back to Cleveland. I mean, as a Laker fan, I'm kind of over the whole fiasco, but the Lakers need to trade Anthony Davis or trade LeBron James. They just, the way it's constructed, the way it's constructed now, it don't work for me, for them, for us. I don't like it. Every year it's gonna be a coach's fault. But I would love for him to go back to Cleveland and retire. But I don't know really what he's going to do with the whole the announcement that he's going to be a free agent. And I think that's really bull crap. I think he's still going to be with the Lakers. I think he's just trying to scare them or put pressure on them to draft Bronny.
Yeah, draft Bronny. We talked about with Rich Paul bringing up how LeBron, there's nothing wrong with LeBron getting Bronny in the NBA. I'll read a quote to you real quick. He said, "I'm not going to sit here and push a dad for being excited by his son, because for many years, the black father was portrayed as absent and he was portrayed as non-supportive."
Man, listen, I'm so sick of it. Why we always want to merge, civil rights activists, the way he is in his community, all that stuff. Him a father. We all fathers on here, or father, or mentors, or father figures. And every time I do something spectacular, they don't bring it up. It's like, why I always got to go to that to try to make it sound like somebody discredited him as a father? It's a lot of guys that got kids that's in the National Football League or the NBA. It don't never come up. You never hear about Scottie Pippen and his son. But with LeBron, it's like all of a sudden now, we need to watch what we say and, not criticize him for the way he's doing and what he's got going on. But if you get Bronny alone and ask him real questions, he's going to give you real answers. I promise you.
Yeah.
By the way, Scottie Pippen's son actually hooping a bit.
He one of them just went to Michigan, just signed with Michigan. He's pretty good, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because after a while, let's say you do get him in NBA, then his career don't do anything; it just flutters out. Then that's giving everybody even more ammo to come at you, because that's possibility that they just sit on the bench and ride the bench or whatever.
Just even if he makes the bench. I mean, he might be a G, might be a two. And I know Rich Paul has already said, well, we don't want him to be a two-way guy as far as G League, and they can transfer him up. That might be the case, man.
I don't know, man. I think the G League, I'll say this, like, one thing I liked about Seth Curry, like, he didn't try to ride Steph's name to get to where he is. He went ahead, just went to the G League. I think he averaged like 30. I think he averaged over 30 in the G League, and ended up finally, getting a spot and become a pretty decent sixth man. Not actually, man. I think, man, Dallas, if Dallas still had Seth Curry,
yep,
man,
That's what I'm saying. As an athlete, like, what to say about my job though? I just want to be handed a position on a team.
Well,
it's just to be there.
It's just the opportunity, because the opportunity to play in the league is so slim. There's a lot of players that don't get the opportunity to play and they can play. So just like you said, just LeBron using his likeness to get his son, and that is all it is.
But I'm pretty sure he'll get looked at anyway because his last name James. That's all. A lot of NFL players that have
that's
sons.
the same thing you're talking about. It'll be the same.
They're gonna get looked at. But I'm saying, like, I want to earn it though. Like, I want to feel like I want to get out there and prove myself.
Or they squint their eyes at him. That's the true question. They squint their eyes at him because if he was 6'7", 6'8", like, damn, it'd be a lot more. But he's 6'1", and you can't tell me something that he does that just stands out. Like, if you want to say he can hustle and play defense and hit a shot, yes, everybody in the draft can do that. But if you're that small, you have to be talented, exceptionally wise in something.
Yeah. But look, so here's the real deal with this, man, and this is why this is a problem for me with it. it opens your son up to unfair criticism. He don't deserve any of this. Because Rich Paul seems like he talks like he knows more than you know he knows a lot more than he's telling us. He talks like he's the big wig and he knows everything and just in charge. Sound like what Dion got going on. Sometimes you gotta allow stuff to play out organically. And I feel like the issue with it is not the fact that his son is riding his coattails in the league.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what used to be viewed as something that has sentimental value and meant something to people to get drafted to the NBA. It's not just Bronny. It's a lot of guys just walking into the NBA and they earned it. They don't belong there. It's a lot of them that's on teams that don't deserve to be there. And I just feel like that's where the foreign players are. Or you're looking at it, Luka Doncic. I mean, look, man, they look like they belong and they're the best players in the league. So where we headed? Are American-born players going to be the ones that the loudest in the room, but don't got no bark, or they going to be or they going to get back to where we dominate our game, our sport? It belongs to us. It's global, but it's ours. We got to get it back.
People
you didn't get so far. Yeah, like people feeling like today's, even in corporate America, you come with entitlement. They feel like my dad so-and-so, so I deserve this, or I need this opportunity. But I always felt like the person who don't get all them chances in life, man, they really come up and make the best of it. None of one some be the best workers. The one that don't get the same opportunity, they don't have the role already paid for them.
Listen to what you're saying and think about the players over here in the United States and somebody like Giannis, somebody like Luka. They grew up in Slovenia, they grew up in Greece. They don't have the amenities that we have over here. There's a third world country in some of these places, I'm quite sure we're still considered first, but but I mean everything over here. I mean we're blessed. Let's be real here. We're blessed, man. We great internet, great homes over here. We got this and that, but we have lost the will. These players have lost the will to work hard. These players from overseas, like I say, if they're from Africa, Slovenia, Greece, wherever, they grow up working. These kids aren't working over here. They're spoiled. They're entitled. That's the difference, man. Like, well, Ant is an exception. He lost his mother and his grandmother, so he's had to, fight hard and make a way and take care of his family. There's gonna be that with a lot of these players. But I give you an example. Michael Porter Jr. He's entitled. Ben Simmons, probably the only foreign player came over here entitled. Other than that, name me somebody other than Ben Simmons that's not from here that has pretty much blown out and pretty much become selfish and entitled in their ways. It's hard to say.
Ben Simmons belonged to us. Once he went to LSU, it was over for him. He been baptized.
But wasn't his parents like tennis players? Or basketball players? His mother was a basketball player,
like that.
right?
He come from a family. He come from money.
Man, that boy went to college in Baton Rouge.
It's over.
Right.
He belonged to us. He dirty. He dirty.
All right. So, some news been going on in the WNBA. Between Angel Reese and CC, they trying to put them two players together. And y'all see what shirt I have on tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. They had greatness right there. Y'all can cop that in the merch shop.
They finna sue the hell out of you, man. I told them they finna get it. They finna get him.
Man, we little fish right now. They can come talk to me when we become big fish, and we can strike a deal.
Right out.
So the players talking about Caitlin Clark. So they came out and said Caitlin Clark came out and said this. She said, "To be honest, I'm not really on social media. My job is to compete and play basketball." So T. Wright, all the criticism and all of the flack that they saying the players are giving CC, is it true or you think it's false? It's a narrative.
It's lame. It's lame. Like them girls. Who was that on that game when she was in college? Was it Taurasi and all them?
Taurasi.
Yeah. They was getting on there talking about how it's not gonna be easy and this and that, which may be true, but it's like, man, this is this girl really y'all Michael Jordan. Y'all ain't even had charter flights. Y'all ain't had private flights before now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I was watching Jeff Teague. He was saying like y'all gotta let her cook pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this really y'all savior. Yeah, this y'all savior.
If she win, all y'all win for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I get the competing against her and the competitive part about it, but it's like I just don't think I don't get the hate. It's weird to me.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's we respect women on this podcast, but it's a woman thing.
Hey, somebody gonna say, that's why women can't get anywhere because women hate each other. Like they hate to see each other succeed. So did y'all see the Becky Hammond and the Aces player? What's her name?
Asia Wilson.
Yeah, Asia Wilson interview. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Flowers, from what you saw from that interview and what the players are saying, do you think it lines up with what they're saying that they just trying to play ball, that they're not really going after her?
I might be on the opposite end of this because first of all, this is the media's fault. Why these cougars and these grown women are after this young gal. It's the media's fault, man, because they hyped her, and I'm not taking nothing away from Caitlin Clark. She's amazing, but she has to earn her stripes in the W. Plain and simple. I find it funny how people, anytime somebody sets a hard screen on her, everybody's up in arms and this and that. Look, they're showing her a hard time. Look, she's a rookie. She has all this publicity, and like I said, the media hyped her up to be the best thing since sliced bread. They made her like she was coming into the W, the best player already. Those women took it as a challenge. I can't be mad at that because it's funny that people didn't watch the W and they didn't see people like Asia Wilson, and so on and so on. And now you seeing these grown athletes up against Caitlin. You see Caitlin needs about a year or two to find herself, to figure herself out. The problem is the world is so goddamn impatient. They just think she's just supposed to come in, drop 30 and 10. No, that's not the case. She was the number one pick for the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever are not a great team. The Mitchell girl, she's cool. Leah Boston, she has a moment. But that team, compared to somebody like the Aces, the Connecticut Sun, the Liberty, they are not ready to compete on that level. I'm not trying to give Caitlin Clark sentimental pass because the shit is rough. It's rough and it's real. You blame the W for scheduling the Liberty twice and the Sun twice for to open up the schedule. They should have been playing the Sparks. They should have been playing the Dream first. They should have been playing Seattle first. Teams like that, so Caitlin can get her feet wet because everybody's going to watch regardless if she plays the Liberty Aces, when they play the Sky. But we just have to accept that people are rushing or trying to rush Caitlin Clark's greatness, and it's just going to take some time for it to simmer in the W. These are some badass women out here that can hoop, man. Caitlin Clark was taking advantage of a lot of people in college because these women have a different understanding of this game is played a different way than what she was played in college. People weren't fighting over screens in college like they're doing now, and setting her up to be picked, and she's driving and getting hard fouls. Shit, we don't complain when it happens to the men. Why the fuck we need to complain now? Let her play, let her grow, let her take her fix.
That's true.
It's gonna make her a better woman at the end of the day. I'm not about to sit up here and get mad at the other women for giving her a hard time. Shit, it's the media's fault because y'all sit up there and gassed her up, and now you got people that's taking it personally. Every time you're gonna see her this year, she's gonna get the best, for them to show her this shit is real out here. That's all it is.
I mean, it even took stuff like probably like a little over half a season to really catch his stride. Because I know that game's similar, but Steph was getting bullied around a lot. People giving him a hard time getting the ball up the court. They were pressuring him, and it took him a little over half a year. And I remember he made that late rookie of the year run. So
Yep.
What's so crazy is like it's division right now in the WNBA amongst fans and media. Okay, you have Team Clark, Caitlin Clark over here. You have Team Angel Reese over here. Then you have Team WNBA. So it's like everybody just going to each other like, man, if we ain't hear enough about Angel Reese, she's gonna be the rookie of the year. Then you hear people like, man, Caitlin Clark, you just wait. Then next you know the players again mad because now they just talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark again. And like, yo, we've been here the whole time doing our thing, and we not getting no respect. So RC,
Magic and Bird went through it. Michael went through it. Pistons came at him. Jeff went through it. It's part of that process of becoming great. I feel like this though. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, she played at Iowa. First, let's backtrack. She played at Iowa, man, and she played with the same players for 4 years, so there was chemistry there, right? But playing at Iowa, she ain't had the best teammates. So the team she's playing on now way better than the team she played on, or as personnel. But the coach, they had a better coach at Iowa. So if you bring the coach from Iowa and you put her in Indiana with this team, with a lineup, you saw what she was doing with the players she had, and she didn't have 5 stars. So I feel like it's the familiarity that Caitlin's had to play with some players she don't know, and she's learning. But this is the issue I have with human beings. White, black, Asian, Caucasian. It's always got to be division. It's always got to be some angry birds about something. You can't. If I root for Caitlin Clark being a black person, then I'm failing my people. And if I'm over rooting for Angel Reese, then they mad about it. Well, it's stupidity, man. And I like watching Caitlin Clark more than Angel Reese because I like to see her take them deep threes and talk shit. I like to see that. Angel Reese, I like the way she played, but you gotta have people. We all don't like the same NFL teams. Nobody have an issue with that. I think it's just a prime example of women, how they argue with each other, and then also labels create division. And so within this, it's racism. It's a lot of stuff in this. It's brewing, and like you said, media stirring the pot and keeping it going. So, if you see me on social media, I talk about them both. I give both of them praise, but the WNBA is the dumbest. It's the dumbest shit ever because the team that won 5 championships ain't even existing no more. You need to have a comment. You know, it's a lot wrong with that.
Yeah.
They need more teams.
Yeah, how you get rid of that team? Cause me and Fly was talking about this on the phone the other time. You had Houston Comets, right? That was top tier team during that time. You just get rid of them? How? That was like getting rid of the Celtics or Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, but it just shows you what the league was, and that's why I don't understand why they're upset and going on. But that's neither here nor there. They can't stop what's going to happen. It ain't going to just be Caitlin Clark. It's going to be Juju, Flau'jae. It's a wave of players. Paige Becker. They might wear Diana Taurasi, strong face ass, need to go ahead and retire. I mean, marry your wife, go sit your ass down. My thing is, what's wrong with one problem I have with the Bulldaggers, they don't understand this. These girls are coming in, they bringing in feminine. Angel Reese is wearing a dress. She wearing fitted clothes. Like these girls are coming in, bringing in a different. These women look better than these women that we've been playing, looking like a lot of different things. Praying mantises and carrying on. That's what it is. They jealous of them. Now, Caitlin Clark. I seen somebody say she looked like somebody off of
Law and Order.
Yeah. When I really looked at that dude, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's really brutal.
Man, what's up, man? But it was so funny. It's like these dudes in comments, man. They just going off on these girls. Yeah, I seen the one about Angel Reese talking about she was looking like Sid from Ice Age. I was like, bro, what's wrong with y'all?
Hey, but I'm just saying, if you
like, what's wrong? Like the men, what's going on here?
But watch this though. When women watch basketball players, football players, women are drawn not just to football. They're throwing football. They're looking at the actual man. You think like Travis Kelce became this thing. You know, women looking at Travis Kelce. They ain't looking at him running the out route or slant route. They looking at him. You know what I'm saying? And so men gonna do the same thing. Now you got a woman come into the league and she's nice looking and she can hoop. She gonna get that's my favorite. But right now we looking at the ability of Caitlin Clark. That's that we paying attention to the excitement.
Yeah.
And so
once you start, right, because Cameron Brink, man, this dude crazy over her right now.
Right. They're like, oh, that's my wife and stuff. My thing is though, like I'm not even looking at the I'm just trying to watch them play. Like these dudes over here, and this dude, I think his name Jern from Stuff About Sports. He brought up how the WNBA signed with Skims, right? The Kim Kardashian line, and they had them girls modeling their lingerie and stuff. And and he was saying that they bring that on to bring the men into the WNBA because they
what they do is marketing. Like Tia Cooper, who started the one sleeve on her leg. If Tia Cooper was in the WNBA right now, then that'll be another person you could push. It's got to be. You got to understand every sport has diversity. They have something that they market. And so as men, you sit down and you watch the game, especially young men around their ages that watching them. They ain't watching them because she really can hoop. Somebody that's Juju age and it's a guy, and they gonna find her attractive. They gonna watch. Juju's my favorite player. Why? Because she's nice looking. She's pretty. Now you ain't. That's what's wrong with Diana Taurasi. Ain't nobody just screaming like strong face ass. I'm being real. Like sit your strong face ass down. That's what's wrong with her.
She didn't go back to Russia.
You know.
yeah.
And you but see, Caitlin Clark is a really humble person. She's a really humble person, man. She really could go back.
That's why
you only been playing for Diana Taurasi.
I just want to get this on record. Dustin, who the first guy that had to rock the single leg sleeve with the shooting sleeve on the other arm?
You mean the NBA?
You're looking right at him.
Before
you remember that? You remember that in high school?
Right about it. I don't remember.
I was yes on record. I noticed in this. Angel Reese was wearing it. A couple of WNBA girls were wearing it. Yes, I had the shoe sleeve on the right arm with the leg sleeve on the left leg.
Why did you do that?
He did.
Kyle being different. Everybody back then, everybody wearing two tights underneath the shorts, underneath the pants. Okay. So I was like, shoot, I'm going with the single cause my coach was like, why are you wearing a single leg sleeve? I'm like, shoot, that's just me. That's just automatic style.
We need some proof. We need pictures.
I mean, I thought you was copying T-Mac, to be honest with you.
I took a little bit of the shoe sleeve from I think it was AI that had the shooting sleeve first.
AI did the arm, T-Mac did arm.
Yeah, did the sleeve. Yeah. So I took a little, I said, I'm just put one on my right and do the offset on my leg. So I was like, dang.
I need proof so we can put this out there that you were the first to ever do it and see how it gets.
Yeah, I was.
I
know, man. I need to go in the archive. I need to go in there and find some pictures.
Be like, hey, you know how they
wear leg sleeve only because I had to, and I was the only person rocking it. And then I started.
It blew my mind when I saw everybody doing it.
You know how in Black History Month they say the first Negro to make a pancake? You're going to have that for your ass. Soldier boy.
Right.
We're going to have that for you.
The first person to rock that.
We might put you on that hate greatness shirt.
Hey, thank you, man. I revolutionized a whole generation without even knowing it. I bet some kid saw me and started doing it, then just caught fire. You know what I'm saying? I really think that's how I started.
You look at this as a friendly show because I started to say something.
All right, man. Let's go on the fan posts, shall we? Oh man, what happened to fan posts? Did I delete that? No. All right, man. We have our first video question ever from the glue tray. Let's see, can I pull it up?
From the what?
Glue tray. That's his name.
Hey, yo, Voice of the Fans podcast. I got a question about this guy named Draymond Green. How does he have all this commentary specials on these NBA games when he literally choked up the league the last 3 years? If he ain't choke him up, he smacked him up. If he ain't smacked him up, he intimidated motherfuckers. But here you go seeing him with commercial ads. Like, come on, bro. Like, the nigga is trash. Like, please tell me y'all views and comments of why you think they got this chokehold as a dude named Draymond Green doing all this commentary on NBA. Please get back at me.
There you go. Who won first crack?
Noriega first, boy.
Hey,
Who won the first crack?
Cloud, he said that magic word.
Can I say?
He said that magic
Yeah,
word.
you can go ahead. Yeah,
I can say
Clyde, go ahead and take.
Let me say
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a magic word.
Oh, I didn't know what word you talking about.
He said the N word.
Yeah, he threw that in there.
Yeah, I'll take a crack at it first.
Okay.
First of all, bro, we appreciate the question, man, first and foremost. But to answer the question, man, that's just Draymond just trying to, further his life when he's done with the NBA because, Draymond's probably going to play another 3 years, maybe. I'm just guessing. 3 years tops at a decent level. But you got to think about it. Charles is retiring. Ernie and the crew is probably going to retire because the rights of inside the NBA is not going to be renewed with NBC. So Draymond's trying to put himself out there. He already got the podcast. He's just trying to build up that image. And look, he heard it a few times that he's good at it and he's the next Charles. But, we all feel a certain way about Draymond as far as, him talking. I think he's a brilliant mind. It's just the antics, as you stated, we can't get past it. So it'll always be Draymond the damn fool instead of Draymond the great basketball player with the great IQ, the great passing. Far as basketball knowledge is him talking, he knows what he's talking about. But like you say, shit, you don't like him. So I can't blame you for feeling the way you feel, but he's probably the future, unfortunately, unless the ratings aren't good. They'll replace him, but as of now, he's gonna have probably. I can see Fox probably being a good spot for him because he's already signed with Colin Cowherd's podcast and hers with Fox, so there'll be an easy way for him in. So unfortunately, my guy, we're just gonna have to sit and endure it. Maybe the ratings will write him off. Maybe you'll grow to like him, but unfortunately, this is something that we're not going to be able to pass up.
Yeah, from the comments I'm reading online underneath his post and every time he talk, they don't like him. Any other
don't
guys
like Draymond?
They don't like Draymond.
Bro, Draymond finna get phased out. NBC saved our life. I love the inside the NBA, but when you get rid of inside the NBA, that's where he was headed. Yep. So they're not gonna be there. And let's say NBC don't pick that up and allow him to be on that show. Then if he go to Fox, him and Skip Bayless don't like each other. They're gonna try it, it ain't gonna work. And then I feel like and another thing about him, the reason why you see him everywhere, the world, the media love controversy, and Draymond's smart enough to know. He says the hot take. He says the most outlandish things. But that don't mean he could never be a Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is, he laugh at himself. He's a legend in media. He's a legend on the basketball court. He's a better player than Draymond will ever be. His skin is really thick. He can give it and he can take it. So Draymond's very, very, very one-sided. He's kind of like Shaq. Shaq is he can yawn on you, make fun of you, say the worst, craziest thing, but then when you go back at him, he's a victim. He's a victim. So I really feel like Draymond, the entire world might have been saved by NBC, by them not renewing TNT for the NBA rights. So hey, we might not see him as much, but he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, okay. I think he'll get on people's nerves with the podcast and everything.
Stephen Jackson, same thing.
Tell you right, you think he do you like him or you think he should just fade away?
I like him as a basketball mind. I like hearing him talk about hoops, but I'm like RC. I think they keep him up there for the controversy. He's the one who's gonna say the controversial thing, and so I think that's why they keep him around.
I agree. I mean, either way for me, I don't mind him, but I can do without him. Like I wouldn't care if he went away or stayed. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you somebody I like. That since we're on the subject, I like Jamal Crawford. I like listening to Jamal Crawford talk. I like people like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I like people who think differently than me. I don't think that Draymond has to appeal to an audience. Like, I don't agree with everything Stephen A. say. I just think Draymond, to me, is forcing himself into media. Like, Barkley was a smooth transition. But this guy seems like he just in your face. So
He trying to be the next Barkley.
yeah, he can get that
That's
up.
what it is. All right, man. We coming to a close. So I got I seen a highlight of the day right here. Now this is the Hustle Award right here. It's a baseball clip.
Nobody covering second base.
And he hustles, and nobody's covering third either.
Look at this. We got nobody covering second base.
And he hustles, and nobody's covering third either.
Unbelievable.
And he gets all the way in third. There's
Now
nobody at
nobody's
the plate.
coming home.
And he will. They get him. Got him.
Nah, that's hard right there.
Yeah, that's a little play right there.
Teammates let him down. I don't know where the catcher was going. He should have protected home. Let the man have third. Let the man have third.
I don't know what coach told him to keep going, but that was insane.
Yeah, right. He should have stopped at third.
And once he looked back, he was got. Once he looked back, it was over. He running from a dog.
Right.
You can't look back. You got to keep running.
Nah,
you
he got to look straight ahead. I've been chased by dogs plenty of times. Head up in there.
Yep.
Track star. All right, we brought to you by Bet Us. We had the NBA playoffs going on. We had the NHL playoffs, WNBA, Major League Baseball. So use Bet Us to make y'all some money, man. We can't wait for the NFL and college football to start. You know, everybody already talking noise about the new NCAA games. Like I said, Flowers and RC already on my hit list to take down.
See, I was about to say something.
Hey, what's Logan Paul's brother's name? What's Logan Paul's brother's name?
Jake.
You ain't Logan Paul or Jake Paul. You Rich Paul. You too little for me.
Oh, don't worry. RC, you can come to my house. RC, you can get off work.
Yeah,
I live. You know where I live at. You come.
Yeah, we can do that.
And go get a book inside my house. Don't catch that L.
I'm gonna beat you with Louisiana Monroe.
Man.
If you did that,
hey, T-Ray, I'm gonna beat him with Squabbin State University.
I will pull out Bishop Sycamore then.
Yeah,
Hey, somebody can make Bishop Sycamore.
I just know somebody don't catch that first L though. I don't know who it
Bishop
is.
Sycamore ain't got no name on the front or the back of the jersey.
It's all black.
Looking like Willie Beeman them.
Most unknown said y'all heard it first. Ben started the wave. He also averaged 2 water cups and 3 fresh hot towels a game.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I was a walking bucket. I was a walking
bucket of water or a walking bucket.
Oh man.
So man, thank y'all for tuning in the show. Had a great time. I forget.
Before we leave, Boston 72, Indiana 76. No, Boston 73, Indiana 76.
Okay.
Hey, Mavs is 6 against Boston. The Mavericks, Kyrie's revenge. Think about what I'm telling you.
That is true. He's gonna save.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He coming home.
I forgot one more thing. You can get the Caitlin Clark shirt. They had greatness on our merch website. I put it in the group chat, so check it out.
You better get an Angel Reese. They're gonna burn your show down.
And we support women's sports t-shirt.
It's in the works, see.
Yep.
Yes. Hopefully I might get it back tomorrow. It's in the works. So
I told him I was gonna sue the shit out of him.
Yeah, they took down my shirt, man. They took on T Republic. I mean, there's plenty other Caitlin Clark shirts there. I mean, the school name and everything. But decided to look at mine and say, okay, we're gonna take that one. I said, okay, so guess what? I don't need y'all.
Cut them out.
I'm going. They see the shirt. They're like, dang, why didn't we produce a shirt like that? Take his down, cause other ones look crappy. So I put mine out there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to TikTok then. Bump y'all. I'm going to TikTok shop. So they trying to stop us from making money. That's crazy. All right, guys, man. What a great show. I had a great time. He might not be back this week. I have to work 4 days in a row, which I usually don't.
That's life.
And, I'm going to be dog tired. I already know. It was like 90, 95 now. Man.
It feel like 100.
It does, bro. It does. So y'all need to stay hydrated. Take y'all some pickles.
I go outside with the towel.
With the coat, right
I got the red. Yeah.
Hey, you got the mission towel.
Hey.
Right, Nick.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Man, we just gotta get through this week. And my RC is a short week for you guys. You usually work 5 days, but it's a long week for me. All right, guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we are out of here.
Peace and love, man.
All right, y'all.